everybody. Just wanted to jump in and talk with you about home inspections. You're either just had a home inspection or you're just about to go on one. They can be a little nerve-wracking, so we wanted to help you out with what to expect. We've got Ben Grooters here from Alert Inspections. He's right over here on the screen with us.
How you guys doing?
Good, great. Thanks for joining us. We've been using Alert Inspections for, shoot, Ben, probably since you were in high school. No, I don't know.
Pretty close.
Yeah, we've been using Alert Inspections for quite a while. They've been a company who's very honest. They're going to tell you exactly what's up with the house. Not pulling any punches. And like I say, we wanted to talk a little bit about it. So let's jump right into it. We're going to Ben's going to share his screen, and we're going to talk about what an inspection report looks like. They're all super in-depth and super detailed. You're not trying to scare people by doing that, but your job is basically tell us what your pitch is on your job.
Yeah, so I'm going into a house and I'm looking through it like a buyer, like I'm trying to sell my sister a house. If something's going to break in a house, I'm going to break it before you break it, so you know ahead of time. It's my goal to find as many of the defects in the house as I can. It's not really my role to go through and find the positive things.
Correct.
That's where your realtor comes in and points out the positives. So I'll go through and find the flaws. It'll be a scary document, but it's not always a scary business. It's not always a safety problem. It could be cosmetic. It could be very minor. There's lots of different options.
What are some of the most common things that you see in most homes that, like, wow, this comes up in every home and it's a big deal, or this comes up in every home and it's not a big deal?
Yeah, so something that's always a safety concern in a house that I think I put in every single report I've ever written. Having quality smoke alarms, quality carbon monoxide detectors. I bet that will hit every single inspection I've ever written. Yeah, so this is a basic report of a home I did here in Grand Rapids. You'll start at the cover page. You'll work through the table of contents is the second page here. If you're willing to just jump right through all of the details, you can jump right into this general summary here, and that'll break down the things that need to be corrected and the things that are going to get pointed out to you in the whole page. So we'll start with structural content, exterior. The exterior page will go over any siding defects or flashing problems and things like that, missing guardrails.
Cool. Yeah, let's review a little bit more of this. So how many pages is this and this particular one, I guess?
So I actually don't have a page count on this one.
Okay. But they're long.
they're long. I mean, especially when you're looking at them as a whole, they're very long. They have, the invoice and all of the details. And starting at the top, I mean, you work through a lot of stuff before you even, there's 11 sections, structural to inspection photos, before the generalized summary. So it's a large document that can be as detailed as you need it to be, but it can also be as summarized as it can be. So we put as much detail in as we can, but we don't want to scare, or we don't make anything bigger than it really is.
Sure. And you guys have been great too. When the we always recommend that our buyers go with you and see things firsthand. We try to tell them to stay a little bit out of your way and not get too involved, so you guys can keep doing your job. But it is good when they're there.
Yeah. It's nice when I much prefer to have buyers with me. I'm able to walk them through the defects and then talk to them as we're making the report on how I would fix something. If there's a problem, like here on the screen, you see this is a minor electrical issue, but it does create a problem. These aluminum wires here don't have any antioxidant paste. So eventually those will corrode and you'll lose power in this system. Also, it's a square D breaker. The wires aren't clipped quite right. I can say to the customer that this is a safety defect. This needs to be solved, but 15 minutes with a qualified electrician will solve this problem with no extra parts. It's just time.
Sure. And I think what's kind of cool too with you guys is that if there is something that's coming up, the house needs a new power service a power main brought to it. If there's a roof that needs to be recapped or a chimney that needs to be recapped or whatever, any minor thing like that, you guys have been doing it so long and know price, and actually sometimes you even have the contractors that that either have done it in the past or you could refer, or we
Yep.
During team have contractors refer, but about what that's going to cost to fix. So
yeah, for sure. Todd and I have both been in the construction trades for a long time. I was born into a real estate family and have been a landlord since I turned 16. So we've been, on a personal level, I've flipped houses, sold houses, and I've worked with hundreds of different contractors. And now at this point, I only work with good contractors.
right.
And only people I trust to come in my own house that my kids sleep in will ever do work for me. And I wouldn't refer someone I didn't trust ever. It's not worth it. There's enough people in Grand Rapids that do quality work that are good people. But at the same time, there's plenty of guys that are willing to make $1 off somebody that makes a mistake.
Yeah. No, and that's why we work with you guys, is the reputation and the track history we have with you, and the referrals you've given us for different projects. So that is not to be overlooked. That is very important as well. So
Yeah.
well, cool. Yeah, I think that's what we wanted to do, is just kind of sum up like what an inspection report looks like. They can be overwhelming. Go into it knowing that you might be slightly overwhelmed, but that's not what our goal is just to inform you on everything that's wrong with the house and make sure that it's still a sound purchase. We're looking for major safety concerns. And in this competitive market, there's that factor too, that if there was 5 offers on the property and you won, and you paid $10,000 over full, you might not be able to get that $20 leaky faucet fixed. There's some of those things that we might have to overlook if it was a competitive situation. Obviously, safety concerns, yes, we're still going to address those. But yeah, wanted to share this screen with you and kind of hear more from you to maybe they're watching this video and in 6 hours they're going to be seeing you in person. So
hey, that's good. Well, it's nice to meet you then, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Ben. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, you guys have a great day.
All right, see you. Bye.